In tonight's episode of Coronation Street, Todd's recent discussion with DS Connor Swain uncovers another important lead in Theo's murder investigation. Elsewhere, Carl delivers a threatening message to a nervous Tyrone, while Daniel faces a fresh crisis at work that could push him closer to breaking point. Todd catches up with Lisa after Ryan suggests that Danielle may have been involved in Theo's death. Lisa explains that the police are not considering Danielle a suspect because she has a confirmed alibi. Later, Todd heads back to the prison visiting area to meet Summer, but he's shocked when she reveals that she intends to admit guilt to manslaughter. Taking Adam's advice about accepting a plea deal, Summer believes cooperating could reduce her sentence. Todd struggles to process her decision. Todd also questions Lisa about the whereabouts of his missing phone, assuming officers had taken it as part of the murder inquiry. Lisa quickly corrects him, explaining that the police never collected the device, leaving Todd wondering who really has it. A flashback scene soon uncovers another intriguing clue. Meanwhile, Tyrone convinces himself he made the correct choice by keeping quiet about the recent garage incident, despite the fact that the truth could help clear Summer's name. However, he doesn't realize Carl has already become suspicious after overhearing part of his secret conversation. Carl corners Tyrone in the pub and warns him that it's obvious he's concealing something, promising he'll uncover the truth himself. As Daniel prepares to return to work after his suspension, he's moved when Bertie presents him with a mug labeled World's Best Teacher. Daniel starts the day feeling hopeful, but the students quickly ruin his confidence. Lily cruelly reads messages posted by online troll Truth-Teller2 before knocking into Daniel and smashing the mug. Jake adds to Daniel's humiliation by recording the incident on his phone. Back on the street, Daniel attempts to forget his troubles with a drink at the Rovers, but Sean refuses to serve him after receiving advice from a worried Adam. Soon afterwards, Megan appears at the precinct and Daniel notices her immediately. With his emotions already spiraling, Megan could now be facing serious danger. Elsewhere, Idris continues charming Leanne, who seems eager to explore their growing connection. Alia cautions Leanne against getting involved, reminding her that Idris already has a questionable reputation. Although Leanne brushed aside the warning before, Alia hopes she may finally reconsider. As Idris settles further into the community, he tells Alia that he's searching for someone to manage his legal matters. Knowing Idris can often attract trouble, Alia is left wondering whether involving the law firm would be a huge mistake. Coronation Street viewers believe they may have uncovered a major twist surrounding Theo Silverton's death, with the theory potentially eliminating every current suspect in the murder investigation. Fans of the ITV drama will remember that Theo's dramatic downfall came after more than a year of tormenting his partner, Todd Grimshaw, through both emotional and physical abuse. Earlier this year, the soap hinted that a shocking death was on the horizon, when flash-forward scenes showed Betsy Swain being questioned by detectives after stumbling upon something horrifying on the evening of her mother, Lisa Swain's wedding to Carla Connor. When the wedding episodes finally aired on April 23rd, Betsy was left devastated after discovering Theo's lifeless body, sparking a huge mystery as DS Connor Swain and DC Kit Green began investigating those who may have wanted him dead. Because viewers never witnessed the exact moment Theo died, suspicion has spread across several Weatherfield residents. Todd and members of his family, including George Shuttleworth, Christina Boyd, and Summer Spellman, have all come under scrutiny. Gary Windus and Theo's former wife, Danielle Silverton, have also been considered possible culprits. At present, Summer remains the person officially charged with Theo's murder, largely because the evidence appears to point directly at her. Her supposed alibi, Tyrone Dobbs, failed to tell police the full truth about what happened that night, leaving Summer trapped behind bars while the investigation continues. However, many fans are now convinced that Theo may actually have caused his own death in a twisted final attempt to manipulate Todd. Viewers pointed out that Theo previously threatened self-harm during arguments as a way of emotionally controlling those around him. One fan shared their belief that Theo deliberately set events in motion to make Todd appear guilty, suggesting that some of Theo's final comments hinted he knew he was about to die. They also highlighted the revelation that Theo had left his life insurance policy to Todd, potentially creating a motive for murder. Another viewer noted that Theo had previously been seen harming himself during moments of distress, arguing that it would not be impossible for him to injure himself again in more extreme circumstances. Despite the theory gaining support online, some fans remain unconvinced, with others pointing out that Theo's injuries were reportedly caused by blunt force trauma, which complicates the suicide speculation. Meanwhile, Coronation Street producer Kate Brooks has teased that audiences will still have to wait a while before learning the truth behind Theo's death. She explained that the identity of the killer will be revealed later in the summer, likely during June or July, and promised there are several believable suspects involved in the mystery. Kate also hinted that the storyline contains numerous surprises and unexpected turns, explaining that just when viewers think they understand what's happening, the plot suddenly moves in a completely different direction. According to the producer, the mystery is designed to keep audiences guessing right until the big reveal. Coronation Street viewers will see Daniel Osborne's emotional crisis worsen next week as the ongoing online harassment continues to take its toll. Struggling to cope, the teacher turns to drinking, but the situation quickly spirals when young Bertie suddenly disappears. Following a tense row with his relatives, Daniel's temper explodes and Ken Barlow ends up suffering the consequences. Can Daniel repair the damage before everything falls apart completely? In upcoming scenes, Daniel nervously gets ready for his first day back at work after serving his suspension. Wanting to encourage his dad, Bertie gives him a mug celebrating him as the best teacher, but the thoughtful gift is soon smashed when Lily Platt deliberately knocks into him at school. Already emotionally drained, Daniel storms away from the building and spends the afternoon drinking in the Rovers until Adam Barlow eventually steps in to offer guidance. Later that evening, Daniel passes out on the sofa, leaving Bertie alone to cope by himself. The following morning, Daniel wakes up terrified after realizing Bertie has vanished. Panicking, he rushes over to number 1, where he learns Adam brought Bertie home after spotting him wandering outside on his own during the night. Despite Adam's help, Daniel reacts angrily instead of showing gratitude. In newly released scenes, Ken walks into the middle of a heated confrontation between Daniel and Adam in the living room. Adam criticizes Daniel's drinking habits, while Daniel furiously accuses him of taking Bertie away without permission. Adam explains to Ken that Bertie became frightened after Daniel got drunk and fell asleep. He reveals the youngster even attempted to make food for himself and accidentally caused chaos with the microwave before ending up outside alone. Concerned by the situation, Ken suggests Daniel may be facing the same alcohol problems that once affected Peter, though Daniel strongly rejects the comparison. However, tensions rise further when Cassie Plummer makes a sarcastic comment, causing Daniel to snap and shout at her. Daniel's fury soon shifts toward Alia Nazir after she also voices concern about his behavior, forcing Adam to intervene once again. Trying to make Daniel understand the seriousness of the situation, Adam reminds him of the way he once comforted Bertie after Sinead's death, explaining that Bertie was terrified after being unable to wake his father the previous night. The emotional words clearly strike a nerve with Daniel, who suddenly attempts to hit Adam. But in the middle of the confrontation, Daniel accidentally strikes Ken in the face instead, sending him crashing backwards onto the sofa. The shocking incident could become the turning point Daniel desperately needs, unless it pushes him even deeper into despair. Coronation Street continues airing on ITV1 during weeknights and is also available for streaming on ITVX.